With an estimated 10 to 14 million species in the world, it's not surprising that there are many rare animals you've never heard of. Typically, the rarest animals are also the most endangered species, with the greatest risk of extinction. Here are 10 of the most stunning rare animals, each of which is 1 in a million. Number 10. Greater bamboo lemur. Coming in at number 10, we have the greater bamboo lemur, also known as the broad-nosed bamboo lemur, and the broad-nosed gentle lemur, which is a lemur species found only on the island of Madagascar. The great bamboo lemur is the largest of Madagascar's bamboo lemurs, weighing around 2.5 kilograms. They were thought to be extinct until the late 1980s, when a population of around 500 was discovered in the southeast of the island near Ranomafana National Park. These rediscovered species are critically endangered and threatened by habitat destruction, specifically the cutting of bamboo, which is used as a building material by local communities. Greater bamboo lemurs live in groups of up to 28. Individuals are extremely gregarious. The species may be the only lemur in which the male is dominant, although this is not certain. Because of their social nature, greater bamboo lemurs have at least 7 different calls. Males have been observed taking bamboo pith away from females that had put significant effort into opening the bamboo stems. Can you guess what it eats? That's right, it's bamboo. Number 9. Javan rhinoceros. The Javan rhinoceros is an Indonesian rhino and one of the rarest rhino species, with only 75 individuals can only be found in one nature preserve on the Indonesian island of Java. There are no other herds because the species is extinct in its former range, and this preserve is home to the maximum number of animals that it can support, which is 68. The current mature adult population estimated to be capable of reproducing is only 18. The main threat to the Javan rhino is poaching for its horn for resale and traditional Asian medicine. The presence of a palm, known as langkap, is a unique threat to this species. This palm is an invasive species that completely choke out any other type of vegetation, including the rhino's preferred diet. Besides, the small Javan rhino population is also extremely vulnerable to extinction due to natural catastrophes, disease, poaching, and potential inbreeding. Have you seen a rhino in real life? Let me know in the comments. Number 8. Red wolf. The red wolf is the only North American species on our list of the world's rarest animals, but it is also one of the most endangered. It has tawny to grayish fur that has light markings around the lips and eyes. Because of its relatively long and slender limbs, some authors have compared the red wolf to the greyhound in a general form. This species had become extinct in the wild by 1980, but the U.S. government reintroduced it into eastern North Carolina in 1987. This reintroduction was so successful that over 150 animals settled in the region. This massive growth raised concerns about crossbreeding with coyotes and conflict with local landowners. As a result of those conflicts, the federal government limited the program to federal lands and preserves in the state's easternmost region. This area can only support a pack of mature adults with 30 members. At this point, the estimated population is believed to be below that number and declining. The red wolf may look friend-shaped, but it is very aggressive. Number 7. Saola. Although they are related to cattle, saolas resemble deer more than cattle. Because of their scarcity and secretive nature, they are sometimes referred to as Asian unicorns. The saola was discovered in 1992 in the evergreen forests of Vietnam, and no study to estimate their population size has ever been successful due to the dense forests of Vietnam and the political climate of Laos. The first photograph of a saola was taken in 1999. Since then, saolas have been kept in captivity for short periods, making the spectacular nature of their discovery accessible to the general public. Because of its elusiveness, it's difficult to estimate how many saolas remain, but it's safe to say that this beautiful animal is critically endangered and one of the world's rarest large land animals. Number 6. Philippine crocodile. The Philippine crocodile is one of only 2 crocodile species found in the Philippines, and it is so rare that conservation efforts are underway to protect it. The Philippines crocodiles are not faring as well as the kakapo. The largest specimen captured in the wild was under 9 feet long, making this crocodile smaller in stature than its relatives. As adults, their primary food sources are fish, pigs, dogs, and waterfowl. Freshwater habitats for Philippine crocodiles include rivers, marshes, and ponds. While hunting for their skin was a major threat in the past, the most serious threat to Philippine crocodiles today is the clearing of rainforests in the region for rice fields. Another species, the estuarine saltwater crocodile, lives in the same area and is known to kill and eat humans. As a result, locals tend to kill any crocodiles they come across, contributing to the loss of the Philippine croc. Number 5. Addax. The ibex, or white antelope, was endemic to countries across the Sahara Desert in North Africa, but their numbers have dwindled to less than 100 due to hunting over the years. Today, you can only find them in the Termit-Tin-Tuma region of Niger. The last surviving ibex is the result of breeding programs that allowed conservationists to reintroduce the endangered animal into wildlife reserves in Tunisia and Morocco. The success of global breeding programs has resulted in thousands being kept in captivity in zoos around the world, even though they are still classified as critically endangered. If you have ever encountered any of them in your life, consider yourself lucky among the millions. Number 4. Gobi bear. The Gobi bear is a brown bear subspecies found only in Mongolia's Gobi Desert. There are fewer than 40 mature adults left in the wild, and no Gobi bears are held in captivity. This bear is a tough and persistent scavenger who lives in an area with less than 4 inches of rain per year. Habitat loss due to mining in the area and uncontrolled grazing of other animals devastated Mongolian grasslands in the past, having a significant impact on all species living in the area. Furthermore, a 14-year drought with less than 2 inches of rain per year depleted the Gobi bear's food supply. Conservation efforts are underway, including the designation of the bear's last 3 habitats as a single large national preserve, and researchers have tagged 20 adults to track the population. Number 3. Amur leopard. Although there are approximately 200 Amur leopards in zoos, only 60 are thought to exist in the wild. You should visit the zoo before they become extinct. And there's a good reason for that. Amur leopards are currently only found in a small region of Russia's Far East and northeastern China. A variety of factors, including habitat loss and fragmentation, prey scarcity, and transportation infrastructure such as roads, threaten the remaining Amur leopards. However, there is still hope for this endangered big cat. These solitary animals are not only one of the most endangered wildcats, but also one of the most beautiful. They have a thick orange-yellow coat and long, dense hair with distinct black splodges and flecks. Weighing in between 75 to 100 pounds, this impressive leopard can run at speeds of 37 miles per hour, leap 19 feet horizontally, and jump 10 feet straight up into the air. Number 2. Hainan gibbon. With a total population of around 25 individuals, the stunning Hainan gibbon is the world's rarest ape and possibly the rarest mammal. It feeds on ripe, sugar-rich fruit, such as figs, and at times leaves and insects. The apes were previously found throughout eastern China, but they have suffered greatly as a result of hunting and habitat loss over the last century. The Hainan gibbon can now be found only in the Bawangling National Nature Reserve on China's Hainan Island. There are only 3 social groups actively breeding, and this species' long-term outlook is bleak due to its small population size, lack of population growth, and limited range. Number 1. Vaquita. They looked very cute in the pictures, but I guess we will only be seeing them in photos. The vaquita is the world's most rare dolphin species animal. This porpoise can only be found in the far northwestern corner of Mexico's Gulf of California. The population has decreased from 567 in 1997 to 18 today. The vaquita will most likely become extinct within the next decade. In comparison to other species, mature females give birth every 2 years on average, which is twice as long as other species. The most serious threat to vaquitas is totoba fishing, which uses gill nets in which vaquitas can become entangled and unable to reach the surface to breathe. Gill nets were banned in the vaquita's habitat in 2016, but illegal gill net fishing and the accidental killing of the few vaquitas left in the wild continue. What did you think of our list of the world's rarest animals? Did any of the animals on the list surprise you? Or have you seen any of these creatures in the wild? Let us know in the comments section below.